Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a really quick video, really short, but there's been a lot of discussion recently about these tiny e-readers. So these sub 4-inch or around 4-inch form factor e-readers. And Books is getting into this market. So I know this has already been covered by Kit and David mentioned it as well over at Tablet Tech, but I wanted to give you my thoughts on it because as most of you know, I've really been enjoying the Books Go 6 Gen 2. That's probably been one of my favorite devices of the year so far, just for how portable it is, how light it is. As a universal reader, it's just really, really nice. But I do think it's worth mentioning this new category. XTE Inc. has reached out to me, and now Books has reached out as well with their new Tile series. And I'm going to share the screen here because I want to show you what they sent to us, and you've seen some of this before, again, on other channels, but I want to give you my early thoughts. This is from the full press release that was given to us by Books. So they're exploring this category. They're calling it Tile. So I think there are going to be multiples in this size category. I don't know if they'll go all the way down to like the XTE Inc. 3, which is that smaller version. But the first one they're coming out with is this 3.9-inch monochrome e-paper display. And it's going to have front light and it's going to have a TF card. And you can see that on the screen. What I'm curious about is what's this device going to be? What it is actually going to do? On a device that small, I can't imagine it being a full-on Books experience with full Android, Google Play, all of these other things we've come to expect with their smallest e-reader, which between the Go 6 and the Palma is just a different form factor, but it's a slightly larger screen than the Go 6. So here they're going much smaller. Now, are they going to just, since it has a TF card, allow you to upload EPUBs and PDFs that you can read just like you would for open source or public domain books like Project Gutenberg? So a lot of your classic books, a lot of really interesting things that I enjoy, but then how would you get other EPUBs on there that you can't purchase outright? So how could you get Kindle books? How could you get Kobo books? So it's going to be an interesting dynamic. I don't know where I'm going to land on this yet. I do know that Books has offered to send me the Picco, and I'm hoping to get a review unit to be able to bring that information to you. But I'm not ready to really go all in on these. As most of you know, I really enjoy the Palma 2 Pro, which is what I have, but not as much as I do the Go 6. There's something about the form factor that's book-like that I enjoy more. So I'm going to be interested to see how something like this would work. The biggest plus to this is it's so portable and so pocketable. I mean, being able to slide it in absolutely any pocket without having to worry about it, I think could make it very, very useful and very important for a lot of people who are wanting to kind of remove some of the distraction from their lives and not have this constant, pulling your phone out all the time. And I'm guilty of it too. I think we all are. There's a dependency there for our phones and our mobile devices. And anything that can help break that cycle, I think, is good. The Go 6 is just a little too big to fit in some pockets. It does fit in my back jeans pocket, so I can carry it that way. It's not ideal because, you can't really sit down or anything. The nice thing about something this size, if you can get the formatting right, and if you can make the experience good enough, this could be put in your front pocket and you wouldn't have to worry about any of that. The biggest concern that I have, and I'm saying this out front because, again, one of the biggest draws to Books, and nobody can really take that away from them, is the Neo Reader. The power of that reading app it's one of the best in the business for the amount of tools you have. And there's a whole other debate on whether or not, right tools versus most tools. But nobody can deny that the Neo Reader is best in class for the amount of options that you have. I don't see how they can do that on a device this small. So are they going to have a custom e-reading experience for this device where they pare it back and pare it down so that they make it still a viable alternative? What about custom dictionaries? What about highlighting? What about any kind of device sync? And I think Kit might have alluded to a really good possibility, maybe just make it compatibility with the larger books devices to where you can push a PDF or an EPUB. And again, PDFs would be tricky. So it would have to be something that was in book format to be able to do that. But maybe you could push that from your larger e-ink device to have this to be really portable on the go. I don't know, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it till I get it in my hands. But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about this size category? What are your thoughts about how you would use this? Is it useful? Is it something that's going to maybe replace that small to mid-range e-reading device? The jury's still out for me. I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about it, but I do feel it's an important conversation because the XT Ink, which I don't own, has been extremely popular, and it is lighting things on fire. And I think books stepping into the market here does legitimize that size category. And depending on how far down this path they go and what sizes they make, I think they may help define this category a little more because of their quality. Hardware excellence and reading experience has always been a strong point for books. So if they can do that in this size category without breaking the bank or making it so expensive that it makes what's currently driving this category less attractive by being too expensive, you might see a really interesting thing happen. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Didn't want to be on here a ton for it, but really wanted to start this conversation, let you know that I am hoping to get the device. And as soon as I do, I will bring a review to you and we can have a discussion more in depth. But until next time, keep on moving forward. I will talk to you soon and have a great night. Bye now.